Alright, we are back for another video, and I promise after this one I'll be on track for the week, because yesterday I just haven't recorded one time and then I was behind, and now I recorded and I'm posting YouTube right now, so I should be on track. But I really feel sorry because of the way that my camera look like, so it's kind of look, like there's a slight, not indentation, but like the camera is just sliding down this way, and it just makes it really weird. But I hope you guys don't really care about it, and I can just record it, and that's something I might try to fix later when I have more money to this out. I don't think it's really a problem. Well, it might be a problem for somebody else. I'll take this out, I'll take it away, but it's kind of weird when you're taking a look at it. But okay, cool, back to the subject. So today's video will be about how I take a scribe might help, being a scribe might help you in medical school. So for those who don't know, I'm a medical scribe, and I think you guys already know about this, but the reason why I'm saying this is because you never know who's watching you for the first time. I kind of like need to, or feel like I need to give them some context about what it is you're watching. So hi, if you just came here and you don't know anything about me, you're just watching a random guy on YouTube. So I'm a pre-med and I'm a medical scribe, and I'm a patient tech too. And the reason why I'm doing two jobs is because I hate myself. No, I'm just joking. It's just because I need more money, because I'm paying out of state for my classes right now. It's a lot of money, and it's a really long discussion. It was probably something that I'll talk one day about, but not right now. So I need more money for my classes. So that's kind of like one of the reasons why I'm doing two jobs. And I also have my car to actually pay off, because my car I didn't buy cash. Not that financially responsible, or maybe financially able yet to buy like a whole damn car cash. So I gotta pay this thing baby too. So that's one of the reasons where I kind of need to job here. So yeah, I'm a patient tech and I'm also a medical scribe. So today I'm going to be talking about how being a medical scribe might help you for medical school. And in 2024, it's really crazy, but it's totally valid. There's a lot of stigma attached to being a scribe because it's just not it. And mostly it's this specific company called Scribe America, because according to Reddit and what a lot of people are saying about this company is they're really bad to the employees. They don't really care about them, and yada 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 yada. Like there's a lot of stuff that you can really go on. Like you make probably a full series of like 200 videos about Scribe America and how they are bad and stuff. So that's mostly one of the reasons why being a scribe is something that some people and some pre-med doesn't really want to do. And also we have the provider attitude, because a lot of people, they just don't like some other people because of the way they talk and the way they act to them, which is totally valid. I get it, but that's also a reason why being a scribe is something that's really stigmatized in 2024. And I can go on with poor health benefit or not benefits at all. It's just you working for the money and barely getting paid and not being able to sustain yourself on the salary that you do get. But I'm lucky. The reason why I'm lucky is because I live with my mom and dad, not my moms and dads. So I live with my mom and dad, and I live at home. I don't really have a lot of responsibility beside of sometimes helping with paying my classes, which is becoming all the time now, and also my car. So there is not really a lot of responsibility, so I'm pretty much like free to do whatever I want with my money. But I decided to invest in my classes and stuff, so there is no room for that. And so I really do not get to complain, because I'm not saying those people are complaining and they reasons are not valid or they're just doing bad stuff. The thing that I'm trying to say is what they're saying doesn't really affect me, or it's not affecting me at all, because I don't have those responsibilities that they do have. Like for example, if I'll say that you're a non-traditional pre-med and you're just trying to find a job that you can work until you become a physician, being a scribe is definitively not it, or at least not working with this company that I just talked about. And I'm not telling you to not work with the company, because to be honest, I'm personally working with them and I have a really good experience with working with them. So what I'm trying to say is, maybe in the area where I'm sorry, I was busy. It's something else. So yeah, it's probably not a good idea, to work with companies and try to go directly work with the hospital and get hired by the hospital instead of outside third-party companies, because it's not going to be the same benefits, it's not going to be the same salary, and that might not be something that you might ended up even be able to do for a living until you actually go to med school and become a doctor and stuff. So there is multiple reasons why, you know, the stigma is still attached to it, but I think it might be a beneficial thing, you know, working as a scribe, because you do get to see different providers. For example, I'm working out a wound care clinic right now, and I work in multiple departments. So I work in a cardiac department. I also work in not a breast center department, but it's kind of like a general surgery department, where we do get to see a lot of lipomas and a lot of hernias, and cardiac department, I've seen a lot of heart failures. So I've kind of have a good understanding on how the team operate and how they do stuff. But I'm gonna mostly talk about the wound care stuff, because that's what I do on a daily. So I can talk about it like for really long now, or even for hours, to be honest. So how's a wound care scribe? So I do get to see a lot of pathologies like venous ulcers. So you do get to see a lot of diabetic bones. So we also have a hyperbaric center. So we do get to see those bones that are qualified for hyperbaric according to Medicare, and because we follow medical guidelines, and we just get to see how the patients do with hyperbaric treatment, which is pretty amazing when you're taking a look to how they presented like day one, and then after for the treatment, how they look like. It's totally different. And that's one of the reasons why I'm really interested into wound care right now. And I'm like, I might do this thing for a living, you know, kind of like when I'm about to retire and I don't want to do surgeries no more, just do wound cares. I'll trip it. But yeah, it's a really nice thing to see how they do develop, like from day one to day, I don't know, after for the treatment, because they need to do for the treatment to actually see improvement. And that's not even the only thing, or maybe pathology, that we do put on the hyperbaric treatment. But it's like mostly those people dealing with those kind of conditions. But what I'm trying to say is, if it was not me being a medical scribe, I wouldn't be exposed to that. I wouldn't be able to find anybody that will be okay with me, you know, shadowing them and go around enough to actually understand what it is happening. Because, you know, when you do get to shadow someone, you just get to shadow them like for one time, maybe like 2 times. You don't get to shadow them like for a year, which is technically not shadowing that I'm doing, but working there. So I actually, you know, see a lot of patients coming in with really bad I would say previous outcome, and actually do really good after they receive treatment. And there's something that I've been able to follow because I was a medical scribe, and that's mainly one of the reasons why, you know, I think that it's really beneficial to be a medical scribe as a pre-med, because those things you do get to see. For example, the other thing that I do get to see and understand is the fact that you know, there is, being a doctor is not only like you being, for example, or I'm trying to explain it another way. For example, you being a general surgeon, right? So there's like general surgeon that work for the hospital, with the hospital, and there's also like groups, and I really don't understand like how the groups operate. Well, I kind of have an idea of how the groups operate, but I'm not fully versed in how they do operate. But the thing that I've been able to understand is, for example, there is a wound care group, I would say, or wound care team, and the team is composed of the provider, like 2 providers right now. So we have a plastic surgeon, we have a general surgeon, and we have 2 nurse practitioners. So the way that they do stuff is, for example, the nurse practitioners, they might go around on patients after surgeries and after, you know, new consult that need to be seen. They don't do new consult per se, because they have like their regular, you know, outpatient days where they do new consult and stuff like that, if it does happen. And the thing that they do, they pretty much like do rounding, they manage the patients, and they keep the providers updated. And we have the plastic surgeon that do flap reconstructions, where they, for those patients that are qualified, because not everybody is qualified or a good candidate for surgical procedures, this provider will offer them the opportunity to actually do a flap closure and maybe a surgical intervention, where they might close their wounds that are really bad, or that would have to take really long to actually close, and make them more likely to get stuff such as infection or other stuff. So if their diet is okay, and based on lab results, and physically, mentally, or emotionally where the patient is, so the patients might be a good candidate for, you know, having a flap and close the wound that could have taken a really long time to actually heal. So I've been able to see this because because I am a scribe, and, you know, by being a scribe, so you do get to see those new consultants, see how bad they are from day one, and then how good they became. You know, they not day, 2 weeks after surgery when the sutures, not the sutures, where the staples need to be removed. So this is the thing that I've been able to see, as a medical scribe, and I'm pretty grateful for it. And I'm gonna go back to how the group operates. So for example, the plastic surgeon will see those patients that might be a candidate for surgery, and will do surgery on them like once a week. But he also see new consult and also have his own patients that he's following up with. But we also have the general surgeon that also see new consult and also have her own patients that she's following with. And she also do things different from the plastic surgeon because she's a general surgeon. But the thing that she does that the plastic surgeon doesn't really do, or doesn't really do as often, is abscesses. Like she drain a lot of abscesses. She do kind of like a good amount of debridement, go to the operating room and clean up the wounds, and so that they can start like standard wound care treatment. And I was, yet again, stuff that I know about and stuff that I've been able to see just because I'm a scribe. It's not because I've been shadowing them for one day that I've been able to kind of get a good understanding on what it is they're doing and how they do operate, but it's mainly because I'm a scribe. And I got like multiple reasons that I can just go on in this video and tell you again and again. Yes, it's because I'm a scribe that I've been able to see those things and understand those things, but I'm gonna choose not to do that and just be okay with giving you guys, I probably like 2 or maybe 3 examples, because I think you guys kind of get it. So if you have the opportunity to become a scribe, I do know the salary is it's the biggest BS in today's society for me, at least now. Please just do it. Try to see if you can do it for a month. That was pretty much my idea about it. That was like this thing that I decided to do when I had a regular job, and I was like, you know what, I'm just gonna be scribing like once every week, and I just trying to get the hours. But the thing is, I ended up quitting my jobs and just scribing full time, and I really enjoy it because, one, I realized that I really like medicine, and doing medicine is something that I really want to do right now, and my career does need me right now at the very baby steps. So I need to understand, I need to know, and the only way to know and understand is submerge yourself in what it is you're trying to achieve, or to the goal that you're trying to reach. So I decided to quit my other regular job, which was in retail, and actually go and with being a scribe for like over a year now, and that's what I've pretty much been doing, and it's a lot of pressure when you have those new consult and those really heavy clinic days, but at the end of the day, you do get home with some quite good point of view when it comes to hearing people's stories and seeing how some course of treatments are different from different patients because they have other conditions that also need to be managed. So yeah, you do get to see a lot. So if you have the opportunity to become scribe, just try it for a month and see how it goes, and then you will probably like it and go for 2 months and 3 months, and then boom, you've been a scribe for over a year now, like me. So that's not propaganda. I'm not trying to tell you how to think and what it is you need to think, and I'm not encouraging you to be a scribe if it's not something that might suit you. So at the end of the day, if it's not going to be good for you, please do not do it. But I was just giving you my own perspective or my own thought when it comes to that matter, and probably guide you or probably give you more reason not to become a scribe. But yeah, bye. And I'm also a patient tech too. I wanted to add this. It's not because being a scribe doesn't really give you much money, but I've decided like to be a patient tech and actually do this thing, which is like 3 times a day, not 3 times a day, 3 times a week, to be honest, 3 times a week, and then I'm a scribe like 4 times a week. So it's kind of like I'm always working, to be honest. And it might sound traumatizing right now, but it's not really traumatizing. You do get used to it. I'm telling you, you get used to it. And right now my schedule does allow me to have like those weekend off, and I liked it because I'm first into what I'm doing, and then I really do get to see a lot, which is one of the reasons why I'm getting all those jobs and all those things, because I want to get to know like how different doctors do stuff and what's the right way and the wrong way to do stuff. Believe it or not every doctors do stuff in the right way, and I'm not telling you your doctor is not doing good stuff and be stuff in the wrong way right now, but I'm just telling you there's like better way to manage different situations and better ways to do stuff, and the only way that you can learn it is by following some people around and kind of get to know them or get to see how they think and how they do stuff, and that's the only way around it. At least that's the way that I see it right now. So I just wanted to share that with you guys, and thank you for watching. And right now I'm back on track, so I will record tomorrow morning. And now I'm just gonna put this thing together and post it on YouTube, and after that go get ready to go on campus and study before my 12-hour shift later has a patient day. So yeah, thank you for watching. Hopefully you guys got something out of this thing, and I'll see you tomorrow morning. Bye.